Welcome to the Green Wasp Removal YouTube channel. This is part 6 in our ongoing series in 2023, documenting the development of a couple of native beneficial paper wasp nests, including this one you see here, which is a Polistes Fuscatus nest, or northern paper wasp. The second nest we're covering in this series was discovered behind the thermometer on a barn wall, and it's a Polistes Metricus nest, another beneficial native species here in upstate Indiana, sometimes called the metric paper wasp. Episode 6 will cover from May 27th of 2023 through July 8th of 2023. Here on May 28th we found a Polistes Fuscatus, or northern paper wasp, foraging for wood on the edge of the barn fascia board, where they often like to collect wood fiber for their nests. This is what they build their nests with, is wood that they collect from ultraviolet damaged wood. It could be anywhere on a fence or a foam pole or a barn wall or a patio deck, or even out in the wild, old logs. Anything that's been damaged by the sun and has become grayed out wood, that's what they tend to use to build their nests. So there were many wasps out collecting wood fiber on this day, May 28th of 2023. Here you see a Polistes Dominula. This is an invasive species of paper wasp here in upstate Indiana in the USA. This one comes from Europe and parts of northern Africa, parts of Eurasia. And also at the same time you see one of our natives out and about on this same day. But the Polistes Dominula, we've been capturing them. Here we're still collecting the occasional Polistes Dominula as it comes into the area. We capture each one we find this season and put it into captivity. And then we let the rest of the natives continue to stay here. And that seems to be making a lot more room for them. As we've been doing all season, each time we catch the Polistes Dominula in the wild, we bring them in here where they can live in this environment with about 26 others at this point. You don't see them all because they hide under the bark and they hide under the cardboard up here on the top above the cardboard, but they're in there. Now she's inside, and these have been very active today because there's been a lot of sun. It's been a warm day, so there's a lot of them out and about. May 28th, 2023, here we have another Polistes Dominula we captured in the wild. We'll put this one into captivity as well. We have number 26 or 27 of our Polistes Dominula Queens and Foundresses captured and brought into captivity to keep them out of our local ecosystem here. So we're going to add her to this habitat now. She is. All right, now she can go out and join her friends. And we'll see how she gets along with the others. May 29th, 2023. We're here to check on our Polistes Fuscatus nest, and unfortunately, as you can see here, the nest is gone. No sign of it left at all. It's been completely removed from where it was. And we believe this is predator activity. We're not sure what type of predator, but something took it. So we're gonna have to look around and do some investigating. Maybe we can find remnants of it, maybe not, but if a bird got it or an animal, or it was attacked by other insects, we don't know. But we'll try to figure out where it is. But unfortunately, this will end our series on this particular nest for the Polistes Fuscatus in spring 2023. Technically now going into summer, and it's too bad. That was a very beneficial native wasp with a very healthy active nest, and unfortunately it's now gone. Not a great thing for the ecosystem when these sorts of wasps disappear and struggle in their native environment, and we're seeing that increasingly more and more. They're struggling with parasites, they're struggling with invasive species. So let's go check out the other nest we've been documenting in this series. That's the one right behind the barn. Thermometer. Hopefully this one's still there. Okay, so that one remains there. Here we have our wasp nest behind the thermometer, and she's fanning the nest a lot today because it's extremely hot back there this time of day when there's a lot of sun shining directly on the thermometer. It heats it up so much she has to fan quite a bit to cool the nest. And fanning is when she just beats her wings hard enough to blow air across the nest and try to reduce the temperature on the cells so that the larvae don't overheat and dehydrate. She's doing a lot of trophallaxis with the larvae that are in there now. That's mouth-to-mouth fluid exchange. She's checking on each egg. So far this nest is nice and healthy. It appears to be in good shape. She's doing a good job maintaining her nest. The larvae produce a sweet fluid, kind of like a saliva that they produce, and she actually drinks that. The mother wasp, the foundress or queen, she will drink that fluid from the larva through trophallaxis, mouth-to-mouth contact, and then she will provide the larva with protein in the form of chewed up insects or malaxated insects. So it's a two-way exchange of food and nutrients. So what we're going to do is let's go get the scope cam today. We'll see if we can get some imagery of this nest with the scope cam that'll show us an up-close look at the larva. So here's our scope cam setup today. We're going to try to get some footage of the nest that's located behind the thermometer. And we're going to use the Tesla scope cam, which is a great scope cam we use all the time. We have no endorsements with any companies, so we're just showing you the gear that we use. This is a 2-lens camera. One lens is on the top or the end of the fiber optic cable. The other camera is on the side, right here. So today we're going to take the camera and we're going to put it right up the back of the thermometer, and that's the view you're going to see from the scope cam. So let's check it out. June 1st, 2023. We're going to take a look at our Polistes nest. June 3rd, 2023. We're going to take a look at this nest up close by moving the tape that we have securing this from the wind. Looks like a good collection of larvae. Currently looking good in the nest. Let's put it back up before she comes back. Yeah, she just returned from foraging. So let's see what she brought back. Looks like she's feeding the larva. June 6, 2023. This nest continues to do fine. Foundress is up there hanging out, taking good care of her babies. So far, so good. Hey, Mama, how you doing up there? June 15th, 2023. Checking on our native wasp nest behind this thermometer. June 19th, 2023. June 27th, 2023. July 5th, 2023. Activity, nice. Some of the pupa have been born. There's a couple on the nest already. Excellent. So this nest seems to be doing just fine. Starting to produce population of workers. Very good. July 6, 2023. July 8th, 2023. We have at least a couple of adults on the nest now, maybe 3. Seems to be doing just fine, this nest. Some of the pupating adults that were still under silk caps have now come out and seem to be doing just fine. We have 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 visible on the nest. It's good news. Hi, guys. There you go. Now we can see them pretty well. Glad to see them looking good. That's it for part 6 on our ongoing series of beneficial native wasps here in upstate Indiana. Stay tuned for part 7. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one.